Today, I am at a local Miss America competition, and since we just watched Miss America 2020 live on NBC, I thought I'd find out from the people what they thought about this year's competition. What was one thing that you learned from watching the Miss America 2020 competition?
I really love seeing how there was categories for women in STEM, women in business, women in education, women in the arts.
Before, we never really got to know the true girls, and by having their social impact pitch being said, it was really cool to see like that inside.
Well, I learned that we can survive change.
Yes. Girls that are interested in STEM, there are girls that are interested in the arts, in business, in all sorts of things.
I was able to get more of an understanding of what the social initiatives were.
Well, I actually watched everything. I bought the prelims and all. I mean, I learned about their family structures, where they came from, what experiences they've had, and I loved that because I really felt like I was rooting for someone I knew.
I particularly loved the way that everyone introduced themselves in fields of study. These women are so accomplished. They have all these degrees that they intend to use for the betterment of their community.
One thing I learned is that they had to try to figure out how to streamline a lot of things. It seems like they had a lot of time after the initial 15 was announced, and they had to figure out how to streamline it.
I learned about all the passion that the state title holders have.
One of the things I really loved about the new competition this year were those little clips that they would show. I think it was of the top 7 before they went on stage for their interview.
Well, if any of you watched the Miss America competition, by a show of hands, who did? That's fantastic. Did you see me right behind Mario Lopez? Because I got him. He was right there. It was great. If you did watch Miss America, you will have seen that there were a lot of changes this year. And so my Miss America experience was probably unlike any other Miss Minnesota right now. And with that, I think that Miss America really did a good job in a very unique way of preparing great women for the world, because nothing prepares women for the world like going into a little bit of an unknown. We went into the competition with a few unknowns regarding what the final night would look like, some of the ways things would be scored, and even some of the preliminary competitions. But it was so wonderful to be surrounded with 50 other women who were so positive, so uplifting, and so ready to take on every challenge as it came to us. So we really had a great time. We made a great experience out of it. We had a couple dance parties backstage, and again, I cannot stress, I got to see Mario Lopez. It was I'm in his Instagram story at one point. Yes, with the rollers in my hair. It was great. It was a wonderful experience. So if you are on the Miss America board, and obviously there's a lot of changes coming with 2.0, what would be one thing that you would change from this year's final night competition to next year's final night competition?
I would say definitely showcase and televise more of the talent, since talent is one thing that sets the Miss America pageant apart from so many others.
Given because there was such an emphasis on talent, 50% more talent. I mean, what did we see? 5 young ladies get to do their talents. It was phenomenal. It's like it made me want more talent. So that I think more talent.
I would step away a little bit from the reality show format.
I think one thing I would change is the critiques that they gave to the girls. They're already at Miss America. I mean, they've already achieved the title of their state, so why are we giving them more critiques? They're really not going to be able to change who they are or what they're doing at that moment on stage.
More talent?
Awesome.
Bring back evening gown.
Yeah.
Keep the evening gown competition.
That would be the biggest improvement, is to make clear to the audience, what are these girls competing for and what are they being judged upon?
I think we need more judges again.
I would like to change what happens at the very end when you get down to that select few of girls, because it's about empowering women. It's not about tearing them down and pitting them against each other.
If we would hear less from the judges and see more of the candidates.
One thing that I think they need to change that they did this year was the debate portion at the end. Miss America just simply does not debate throughout her year, and I think it really caused kind of a bit of a like it'd be really hard to compete with your sister and debate with her, because you don't want to be mean to them, but you also don't want to act like you're just agreeing with them, and I just really don't think that represents what Miss America does throughout her year.
And what is one thing that you liked about the Miss America competition this year?
The science experiment.
Wasn't that cool? When the foam exploded everywhere? That was really fun. I liked that too.